It's Tessie, and I'm so excited because I am on my way to UT Medical Center in Knoxville to meet with my radiation oncologist for the last time before I start radiation. I have to have a CT scan today for my radiation plan for some reason, and then I get to have hot plastic poured on my face so that they can make a mask that I get to wear every day for the next 6 weeks when I'm getting radiation done. So very thrilling. Not sure how much I can show you, but I will try, and I'll let you know how it goes.
My name is Tessie, and this is my son Hunter. This is our story.
So the other day I went to get fitted for my mask for radiation, and I tried so hard to get it on video, and then as soon as I lay down for the mask and to get my scan, my phone fell over, so I didn't catch anything. Just a bunch of muffled nothingness. But that was probably the most bizarre experience that I have had so far. I had to get a CT scan. My radiation oncologist uses it specifically in his plans, even though I had one done when I was at MD Anderson the beginning of December. So anyways, he wanted one done here in Knoxville at UT Medical, and I'm sure they explained this to me, but I just didn't process it the right way, so they made the mask at the same time as the scan. So they have me lay down on the scan. If you've ever had a CT scan, it's a big machine, and you lay on a table, and the table goes in and out of the machine, and you don't really feel, see, and you hear a bunch of noises. That's about it. So they have me lay down on the table, and they have me take everything off from my waist up except for just a strip that covered my breast area. And within seconds, they're telling me that they're going to be putting this mold over my face. I still don't really understand what it is. So they get me on the table. They actually, tell me to lay limp, basically, and they move my body where they want it to go, and then they put, a rubber band around my legs. Well, so then they walk over, and they're holding what looked like to me, if you've ever gone to a shooting range or bought targets to practice shooting guns, they have the big pieces of paper, poster size, that have the outline of a human body. That's what this was. It was basically a poster like that had a plastic frame around the outside of it that was a white mesh with a bunch of itty-bitty tiny holes in it. And two were on one side and one was on the other, and they come around to where they're holding it over my face. So the three of them line up around me, and there's no markings or anything on the mesh, but that's what it felt like to me. It was that they were basically taking the outline of that target and lining it up with my head and pushing it down on me. So she's like, okay, close your eyes, get comfortable, and just try to relax while this happens. We're going to do the scan at the same time. Oh, great. Okay. So I close my eyes and relax, and I'm a pretty chill person when it comes to this stuff. Now, I've been through enough MRIs and stuff here lately that I don't enjoy them. First couple times I was like, oh, I'll meditate, no big deal. Now I'm like, yeah, let's get this over with. So they put this mesh down, they push down on the mesh, it's warm. It almost feels like, at first, this is how I process things. I had my eyes closed, and it felt to me like I was at the spa and they're putting on a hot towel for a facial. That's what I kept telling myself. Just relax, and and it didn't, like I said, it felt just like kind of a hot towel. It didn't feel bad. My eyes were closed. I could breathe just fine. There was definitely something on my face, like a towel. But I could breathe fine. So they start snapping it down and stuff. And then they're like, all right, we're going to start the CT scan. So the CT scan starts, no big deal. I'm in this thing maybe 20 minutes. I think I was in there maybe 30 minutes total. I could feel it getting tighter and tighter, and I was aware, but wasn't uncomfortable or panicky or anything like that. I knew it was going to happen, around my shoulders at first, but then it started to tighten on my face. By the end of the scan, and I'm not trying to freak anybody out, but you should be aware, it wasn't anything you can't get through. You're just going to have to breathe through it because it has to be done. But By the end of the scan, it was hard. I could not blink my eyes. I couldn't move my lips. And I have big teeth, like horse teeth. And my big old teeth were pushing into my fat lip because I have fat lips too. So my big teeth were pushing in. It was just, I was ready for it to be over with. So they pulled me out of the scan and I'm like, thank goodness, yes, you know, and thinking they're gonna pop this thing off of me. No, they start drawing all over the face, kind of marks where I guess they were directed to for when I start radiation next week. And they actually drew permanent marks on my kind of like sternum. There's one on my belly, and then they put this weird tape over it so that it doesn't come off before I start radiation. And so I was still under the mask for probably 5 to 10 minutes afterwards, and then they popped it off and it was all over with and I got dressed. But the mask was super cool. Like, it's me. It's exactly me. It's hard plastic now, and they said that I get to keep it when I'm finished with radiation. So I'm not sure what I'll do with it, but I'm sure we could find something fun. Maybe use it as that target practice that I was talking about earlier with my SIG. Maybe. No, I might keep it. I don't know. Anyways, this is what my mask looks like now that it is finished and hard and complete. And something to look at, if you look at the shoulder area of it, you can see how tiny the little holes are in the mesh, and that's how they all started out in the beginning. And then you can see over my face and kind of through the neck area where they pushed it down, that the holes stretch. So you can see how small the little holes were and how the mesh was when they pushed it down, and then as it cooled, it got hard and formed this like hard rigid plastic that I'm showing you in these pictures here. So I'm a geek. I think stuff like this is just cool, even though it was actually probably terrifying to most people. Cool and terrifying. So that's pretty much the long and short of it, of getting sized for, well, for me anyways, because my radiation is for this area, my sinus, and back here. Even though my cancer is gone, that's the areas they're targeting because that's where they had found it. And so that was the process for me. Might be, I'm sure, different in several millions of ways, who knows. But thanks for watching this, and I've got pictures that I'm going to show you right now, if I haven't already, of what the mask looks like now. And thanks for watching. Keep me in your thoughts and prayers. I start radiation for 6 weeks every day in a row, and I found out I think they want me to start my second cycle of chemo too on the same time. So pray I stay on my feet. Have a great day. So I just had my first treatment of radiation, and I would chalk it up to my least favorite thing that I've done so far. And the reason why is it's not the radiation. You actually hear radiation itself is a breeze. I've had so many people tell me that, from from nurses to MD Anderson to here, oh, radiation, it's the side effects and they don't hit you till the end, right? Yeah, my radiation is different because my cancer, when I was diagnosed, it's gone. I'm in remission. But when I was first diagnosed, my entire left sinus cavity was covered in cancer, or filled with cancer. I had huge knots in my lymph nodes on the left side of my neck, and then there was one on the left side back by my spine. So that's where they had to focus. So my radiation mask, which I think I just showed you a picture, goes from like my bicep all the way to the top of my head. And so they kind of give me a brief overview, and today's took probably 10-15 minutes longer because they had to redo markings. Like, I'm not going to pull my shirt up because it's really close to my bra line, but I have markings all over on the top of my belly that go along with my mask, and there's markings that they had to redo all over my mask. But this thing, when they put it down, they literally strap it to the table. This mask, they strap it to the table. And I think I was too rigid, or I stayed too still when they took the mask, because they told me to, don't move, stay still, do not move. That's what I did. But I think my mask, super hard. I'm gonna have a cut, I know, on my lip where my big teeth push into my lip because my mask is pushed down so hard. And I don't know, I don't think you can see it, but, oh, you do a little bit. Like, I had to, like, wait for them to take the mask off because it was pushing, when they first snapped it down, I just wasn't ready yet. And it pushes down so hard on my face that I can't even blink or, like, move my eye. Like, my eye is like, and so that, like, that's how hard that it was. I was in there maybe 30 minutes, and I have little circles. I wish you could see it. I look like an alien in the mirror, but it just doesn't, I guess the lighting or something I don't think is right. But that's not, I'm not old or Deadpool. My face was not like that 45 minutes ago. That is how hard that mask is pushed down. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember to subscribe, hit the alert button, and follow my crazy family. Don't forget to let your light shine.